Okay, there we're back, and it's just before noon, and the main notices really it's more has accumulated. Visibilities have been pretty low, pretty much hanging around or just under a mile. This is probably gonna keep going. We're still have these bands that are setting up for locally heavier snow tolls, but it's gonna have to continue to wait and see. But we still have a few more hours to go. I think probably by like, but the snowflakes are definitely a lot smaller now. Um, and it's pretty much a lot colder now. It's below zero now. So I'm just gonna just chill, stay inside, and that's all I can really do. But it's really the most. Nothing really much has changed. It's just snowed more. I think maybe a decent estimate for how much the snow is probably around 1 2. Drift is probably going up to 3, but anyways, that's it. I'll be right back. I think after this, I'm gonna go for maybe a good hour or two, and maybe check back. Sort of really in the brunt of the snow squall, really, when it comes to snowfall rates. Not too much outside of that, though. But it's snowing quite good. I think probably getting some good moderate snowfall, half an inch, closer to 3/4 of an inch in an hour. But it's quite a narrow band. So, I mean, I think that's something to be really seen. But outside of that, I think that's probably it for now. So we're just gonna have to. But yeah, I'm just gonna check back in a few hours, maybe an hour or two, to see what's happened. But right now, it's just a lot of snow. So, okay. Well, now we're getting to school. Visibility is well less than a mile. I'm just gonna be quiet. Well, we're about to get hit by a snowsquall, so let's go. pretty much immediately after, snow is really beginning to pick up now. Pretty much right as it reached me, pretty much snow enough. Pretty much just really got going. Probably got that kick from the surface trough, aiding with the lift as well as the tiny bit of Infernogenesis. So pretty much made the main core really. We're seeing more close to the mid to upper 20s decibels. So I mean, I don't know how I feel about that, but visibilities have tiny bit slowly dropped, and there's a lot of snow in the air. I think really we can maybe rack up maybe solid inch, maybe within the next hour or two now. So, that's not what was wanted. Especially it's pretty much a big band. I think we still have pretty much solid around a good 5, 6, maybe 7 hours to go. It won't be until the evening, the early evening hours where it's gonna begin to taper down. So, here's what it is, I guess. Hello there. And today, I didn't die. I was trying to get some uploads, but they didn't really get through. So you know what? This is what it is. But right now, we went to see some light snowfall throughout the morning, some light accumulations. Probably keeping it around generally from a dusting maybe to half an inch, maybe a full inch. But the drift, the winds have not really got here yet. I mean, we're seeing some wind gusts maybe approaching around 25 miles per hour right now, but that's going to probably pick up with time. It's approaching 45, 50 miles per hour by tomorrow. Sometime tomorrow, as this really is main surface snow, as it continues to track off to the north and to the east. It's going to pretty much rapidly deepen, pretty much creating that pretty intense pressure gradient between the Arctic high over the northern plains, and then the low that will be eventually placed in the Great Lakes. Pretty much going to be placed in between that. So it's where we're going to see some pretty potent wind gusts to 45, 50 miles per hour. It's pretty intense northwesterlies. Pretty much a part of this. But really, mainly, most of this cold air advection regime right now is pretty much quite particularly intense right now. It was around 28. It was pretty much temperature only around 28 all night, really, until the Arctic front really began to push through. And now temperatures have really plummeted into the single digits. It's going to be approaching zero. It's currently around 10 o'clock, around 9:40. I think by like around 10:30, 11 o'clock, it's 4 degrees from the recent observations as close as airport, and I think I'm expecting it to be a little bit below zero, and this is pretty much all thanks to this really strong storm system right now, and it's gonna be pretty prominent. These intense wind gusts, heavy snowfall tools, and some pretty much aiding for some more pretty much historic lake effect snow, and this is just gonna keep going. But generally right now, so by the surface trough pretty much placed right to the west of here, and this is pretty much picking up some, I think a little bit of some Infernogenesis. That's the kicker, and that's where we can probably see some moderate to locally heavy snowfall coming right from this. So currently, visibilities, I mean, they're not too terrible. I have a tough time seeing the time in the distance, but it's overall not horrible. I think that's going to really pick up, though, pretty much along the surface trough. Seeing some heavier snowfall tools, maybe sounding a core of 20 decibels, pretty much not too far aloft, around 3,000 to 4,000 feet. I mean, this is all pretty much, it's going to take some time for this to really translate down to the ground, but So this is pretty much day 1 or 2, maybe 3 of. So I'm gonna probably record these and just go off of really what it looks like. It was 3 separate videos, I guess. I mean, I'll plan it out soon enough, but I mean, it's gonna be a lot. Today is mainly the snow. Tomorrow is the ground blizzard. So we'll go into tonight. Particularly dangerous ground blizzard potential really in the line. Today's really gonna have to set the stage really. If we get around 4, if we get around 2-3 inches, portions of eastern Iowa have already gotten that. I think we're gonna be seeing it's gonna be more isolated. Maybe if we get 4 to 5, maybe even 6 in localized areas, I think that's gonna be really cause some big problems with the ground blizzard concern, especially in the rural areas. You're gonna be seeing widespread visibilities below near zero. But it's all really gonna depend on really how much snow. And then as well as maybe potentially as well how deep the surface low gets. If we get into the 960s, come tomorrow morning, maybe by tomorrow afternoon really or evening, I think there's gonna be some big problems. But I guess we're gonna have to see how observations have been. It's sort of pretty much forecasting this. It's been quite a lot, honestly. It was looking like it was gonna be a nor'easter event, and then next thing you know, it just shifts all the way to the Midwest into the Great Lakes. Now it's and then some went more east. Now it's sort of went more west, pretty much the last second. But it definitely not is really particularly as potent with the snowfall totals and what was thought, but I think it's actually I think it's still quite dangerous, especially with all the lake effect too. But I think I'm done rambling. That was a pretty long 6 minutes. Well, I'm back. I think it's sort of over now. I think probably got around a good solid 1 to 2 inches, maybe a little bit more. I'm leaning more 1 to 2. I'm not gonna go outside in it because it feels like negative 30 right now. So, it's a bit cold, and the temperature's only gonna plummet even more. As low level winds really strengthen as the main surface low really begins to rapidly deepen throughout most of the overnight going to tomorrow. And the winds, they're definitely going to be blowing. And that's probably going to limit some lower visibilities with another chance of some more snow showers and some flurries tomorrow evening. But mostly it's over, but I think some blizzard conditions in local areas can't be entirely ruled out with how much blowing snow there will be come tomorrow. But outside of that, I mean, it's mostly done. So we'll see if I record anything else. If not, that's it. But I don't know. That's all I'm saying. Honestly, this is the best quality you're gonna get. But it's tiny bit after midnight, and we've been seeing some pre-blown snow as the surface low is continuing to really rapidly deepen. Currently somewhere in the mid to lower 990s. And this is going to continue to deepen for the next few hours. I think the winds are going to keep picking up. I think some wind gusts potentially 50 miles per hour over, maybe at times tomorrow, are definitely on the table. I think really her is really underdoing really with the wind gusts. Because right now wind gusts is right now really an initiation. Definitely a lot weaker than it should be. And I think tomorrow it's gonna be not a very good day to say the least when it comes to blowing snow. But currently it's -10. And mostly the wind chill has been pretty much hovering between -35 to -40, with those stronger gusts up to 40 miles per hour. It's gonna feel more like closer to -41, -42 maybe. So some really dangerous wind chills that definitely are definitely not ideal really for daily life. It's been a while since it's gotten this cold though. It's been solid year and a half, which I don't know if February 2021 really got this cold. At least here. So I'm gonna check that, but one day. But I think that's it for tonight. Tomorrow we're gonna see some pretty strong wind gusts, especially just around noon, going time maybe into the early afternoon. That's when it's gonna be peaking. So yeah.